Welcome back to the channel if you've been with us before, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time with us. This is Leanne Presents. I'm Leanne, I'm your main host for this video, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Alan. Welcome. As you've seen from the title card...
What do you mean welcome? I live here.
Welcome to the video.
I'm in the TV.
Yeah. Magic.
It's like being in an 80s kids film. This is great.
Yay!
What can we do in TV land?
We can give our reactions to WWE's latest premium live event.
Let's do it!
Night of Champions, which took place today in Saudi Arabia.
Literally finished about 10 minutes ago?
We, for a very rare occasion that we've been able to watch it live, because for us it was just sort of late afternoon, early evening, and now we get to record straight away, so we're fresh. So thank you so much for joining us. Before we start, please like the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to see when we drop new videos. On with the show. Haha. Cool, so we start off with the normal sort of opening that they do, and this one is narrated by Triple H. They haven't got anyone, well, I say they haven't got anyone special in, but Triple H is special, so it's all good. They do the usual build-up. And then we head to the first match, which is the first of 3 main events. Which is my main gripe with this whole thing. 3 main events. What even is a main event anymore? I've tried to look it up. In my mind, a main event is the
attraction,
the main attraction. Yeah. The main attraction, hence 1, which is usually the last match on the show. For some reason, WWE have begun doing multiple main events. I'm not sure when this started or if it's happened in the past. But they've had 2 main events, I think, at the last premium live event, and this time there's 3. Oh, excuse me. So I guess we can open with it's time
for the
first main event. AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. An interesting choice for an opening match. I think the talk was that this is opening because Seth needed to leave straight away for his filming
schedule
obligations, which makes sense. But it feels, if you're in a championship match with WWE, it feels like maybe your first obligation should be there.
Or if he's got filming obligations, maybe don't put him in the match.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to make a choice sometimes, don't you? But there we go. The first thing that caught my eye, of course, was Seth's interesting outfit. He always has interesting outfits. This time was a leopard print...
Yes.
Cardigan? I don't know. With the puffy sleeves, but like massive puffy sleeves. Massive puffy leopard print sleeves. I'm not sure if this is one that he's got from Becky's wardrobe. It sounds like he's just come into his own a bit now, and doing his own stuff. I mean, you've got to make an entrance, haven't you? Really good match. Shouldn't have been first on the card. It took me a while to actually get into it because there wasn't a warm-up. Usually you'd start with a good match, but it's building you up to these title matches. This could have been a lot later and probably got a bit more of a reaction.
Yeah.
Yes, I've put down that it's a mistake having this start. There was some interesting moments. You had at one point AJ Styles pinning Seth, and the ref moves Seth's shoulder off AJ's foot so that it's on the mat for a pin. I suppose he maybe didn't realise the camera was on him at that point, but
well, let alone like a few thousand people in the arena.
I know, it's a bit like, just leave it where it is, or at least like make it look like you are checking to see the shoulders on the mat, and you accidentally
no, you usually go under the shoulder, not on the mat.
But this was literally shoulder off.
And then it's AJ Styles' job or Seth Rollins' job to put the shoulder on the mat.
Yeah.
But
So I don't know what happened there.
Apparently the ref wanted to be champ.
Apparently. I guess maybe jet lag.
He felt it might be better as a triple threat, I don't know. Yes. I don't know. Jet lag, they've been in the country for like 3 days.
I don't know. Someone said they've been back and forth for press conferences and different things.
Yeah, no, they all took place in Saudi Arabia. They've been there for days. That's why SmackDown was pre-taped.
That makes sense. Yeah, I definitely saw a tweet where someone was like, wow, they're such hard workers. They were in Saudi for press conferences and then flew to the US for SmackDown and then flew back. I'm like, really?
There's literally, it's impossible to do so. You cannot do it.
You can't do it. Sorry, that one person. That was not true. I'm sure you found out in the comments.
I'm sure that was sarcasm, but
yeah, probably. You never know these days. So the finish to this match, we've got Rollins hitting a pedigree, followed by a stomp and pinning AJ Styles to win, making Seth Rollins the first, I guess, in this run of World Heavyweight Championships, the first to hold this new belt. It's a nice belt though. What were they saying? It's got the eagle for the McMahons.
No, it's got the eagle for a tribute to the Winged Eagle title from the 90s.
Yes. I thought they said it was on the McMahon crest.
No, you've got the crest of the McMahon house, which is 3 lions.
Gotcha.
You've got there's something about Pedro Bruno Sammartino.
Something about him.
What was it? I think it was a crown.
Okay.
So I think the eagle on the top is sat on a crown. I think the crown symbolises Bruno Sammartino. You've got every plate's got ropes around it to symbolise the ring ropes. And there's 60 jewels encrusted into it to symbolise 60 years of WWE. Yeah. So when we hit 2024, does that mean they have to put another one in?
Maybe. Just get another one of the lion's eyes bejeweled. That one line with the bejeweled eyes is pretty creepy looking. Yeah. But it's a nice belt. It has a lot of meaning behind it. And hopefully, depending on Seth Rollins' filming schedule, it will be defended regularly.
We'll see.
We'll see. So any other thoughts about this one?
You said it was a good match. I thought it was a decent match.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I was expecting. It was a bit too slow and sluggish.
Okay.
I was expecting a bit more of a frantic pace.
Yeah,
especially from these guys. But going on first probably just takes the wind out of the sails.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Which is detrimental to this thing.
Because even like the stars at the back, they often watch the matches on the screens and they get that hype and like they can hear the crowd building as these things happen. And all they had was like the crowd noise as people are milling around during the pre-show.
Which there was no matches on as always.
As always. So.
And I'm gutted they went for the safe choice again.
Yeah.
Even though we predicted it and got it right, because we predicted Seth Rollins was going to win.
Yeah.
I was hoping AJ Styles would take it. But hey ho, guess what?
Hey ho. Triple H came out to put the bet on Seth Rollins. The belt. Triple H came out to put the belt. Did I stumble?
To put the Beth on Seth Rollins. Who's Beth?
Sultron.
I know, like, are you missing Beth from Walking Dead? Because Leanne's never seen all of Walking Dead, so we're working our way through, and we're on season 6, and season 5 is where Beth, unfortunately, does perish in the show. So,
tragic.
Do I need to get you a Beth belt?
Let me go back. Triple H puts the belt on Seth Rollins, helps him do up his Velcro, as you said when we were watching. Which was a nice moment.
There you go. Your trainers are on. It's like a kid.
Yeah.
Put your shoe in, put your Velcro over, job done.
And then off they go. I think, that comes later. All right, first match done. First main event done.
Hey, Leanne. Hey. It's time for the non-main event.
Non-main event. We do get in between a little bit of filler. There's a Money in the Bank ad, which is all James Bondy.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. I looked a bit too cheesy for my taste.
It is cheesy. I bet the Americans loved it, though. They love a bit of James Bond, because it's obviously Money in the Bank in London, July 1st, so that'd be cool. And then we do have a very short segment with Cody Rhodes in the back getting his broken arm strapped up. And then we go to the next match. Mm-hmm. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. What did he say? It started off okay, this match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It started off sort of as you'd expect. You've got a Hall of Famer and an excellent current wrestler.
Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, future Hall of Famer. Going at it. They're putting on a good show. And then I don't know what happened halfway through.
I reckon ring exhaustion by Trish Stratus. Because she was doing really well, and then all of a sudden it was like...
Lost concentration or exhausted. She went to do... So she had Becky up on the turnbuckle, and she sort of does a handstand with the legs up, and she'll meant to flip.
It's like her and Karana, basically.
Yeah, to flip Becky off the turnbuckle. But her legs weren't in the right place. So then you had Becky, like, moving her legs into the right place. And then the commentators are saying how, it's great, Trish was able to readjust herself. And
Becky blocked it. Oh no, Trish readjusted.
Nice try, guys. But we could see right through that.
No.
No. And then from then on, it just got a bit sloppy. There were a bit of quite a few not quite right moves. Yeah. Nothing went hideously wrong, but it was just those little slip-ups that sort of make you think, ooh, it just takes you out of the moment. Which made this not my favourite match, I must say. Yeah. Okay, and then I guess we get to the finish. It was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that I've got that on my notes. It's a bit of a great swerve because I wasn't expecting that.
No. So after all this sloppiness, we're like, and then they end up both Becky and Trish are on the outside. And Trish sort of goes to almost slide under the ring, like, what's she doing? Becky gets her in the ring, and out of the ring pops Zoe Starks. Out from under the ring, is that better?
Yeah.
Didn't quite know how to phrase it. Zoe Starks.
Yeah.
Who comes out?
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark.
I believe there's no S.
No
S. It's like Tony Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark. Mm-hmm.
My apologies. I know she's watching. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe you
never know.
If you're watching, Zoe, hit us up in the comments down below.
Sorry. Zoe Stark comes out from under the ring, hits Becky while the ref is distracted by Trish. This allows Trish to hit the Stratus faction and pin Becky to win.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting that.
No.
So we got that wrong because we thought Becky was going to take it all the way. Didn't expect Zoe Stark to be there.
No.
So obviously there's been this whole thank you Trish thing.
Yes.
Right? And one thing that popped in my head, I didn't mention this because I thought it was quite funny as well, is what if Trish Stratus is forming her own little group? And they're going to call it SAS. The Stratus Faction Appreciation Society.
SAS.
Or Stratus Appreciation Society.
Interesting.
Because TAS doesn't quite work.
No, it doesn't quite. TAS.
SAS. And it works on multiple levels. Because SAS.
Sassy.
Yeah. And it's Stratus Appreciation Society,
yeah.
right? And then all the WWE marks would be like, oh my god, AEW stole that from WWE. No, try again, pal. Try again.
Yeah, so, I mean, it definitely gives the impression that Trish is not going to be ducking out now after this. It's not like the end of their storyline. So he starts going to be part of it. They might do some tag stuff.
The only way that they could duck out with this would be to go, I'm handing the torch to this one because she's handpicked by me, blah, blah, blah.
Could be it. We shall see. Intriguing. Which is what you want. Alright, anything else about that match?
Nope.
Cool. It's a bit of a flat match, but a shock finish.
Well, it started off well.
Yeah.
It kind of dipped a lot in the middle, and then the end was like, what the hell just happened?
Bit of a roller coaster.
Peaks and troughs, pal. Peaks and troughs.
Definitely. Then we had an ad for NXT Battlegrounds, which is taking place Sunday night against
AEW's Double or Nothing.
Interesting choice.
And Shawn Michaels was interviewed about it, and he said, I didn't even know they're having a pay-per-view. Yeah, I smell absolute BS on that one.
Yeah.
Absolute
they definitely
BS.
Keep an eye on AEW.
Why would they? Okay, so Superstar Sunday, slight tangent, right? Superstar Sunday, right? WWE's Most Wanted Treasures and Stone Cold Takes America, right? Back-to-back 2-hour block.
Yeah, and they're really pushing them, trying to get people to watch.
And it starts, I think, at 9 p.m, I believe. I think that's what time it said, Superstar Sunday. Why would you run an NXT show at 8 p.m, which is going to last for 3 hours, encompassing the 2 hours of Superstar Sunday?
Yeah, you'd at least move Superstar Sunday, or something.
Well, they did at WrestleMania. Right? They didn't have a Superstar Sunday at WrestleMania weekend.
Either
so
they knew, or they just don't care about NXT.
Knew. Do you know what else? Do you know what else Shawn Michaels said he didn't know about? The Montreal screw job. And look how that turned out. That's all I'm saying.
Very good point.
This is the Double or Nothing screw job, I'm telling you. Not that NXT's got any chance of hell of getting more viewers than AEW.
No, it's the NXT stars that are getting screwed. It's not their fault.
To be fair, NXT screwed themselves over when they started chaining into a bloody pink rainbow infested.
They fixed it, I think. I haven't
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it since.
I don't think it's colourful though.
I haven't watched it. But then you got Pretty Deadly coming up from there. So what does that tell you?
It's now less colourful again.
Yeah, but no, the main roster's more colourful.
True. Oh, then we had a video package then of Mustafa Ali on his, I guess it's the pilgrimage they do to Mecca. It's very emotional for him being able to do that. I think it's the first time that he's been able to go to Mecca during Ramadan.
Yeah.
With all the other people that pilgrimaged
You did
there.
say a word for it, I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm ignorant. But yeah, it was really cool to see. Just sort of embracing that whole culture. He was saying he's not from Saudi Arabia himself, but he felt so welcome, and to be part of that is something special. So that's really nice.
Sort of slight tangent with Ali on the same sort of topic, tangent. On social media a few days ago, Mustafa Ali, after his run-in with Brock on Monday Night Raw, he did put a video up saying that if he didn't win the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions, then he's done.
We'll see.
So we'll see on that.
We'll see. And speaking of that,
it's time for another non-main event.
It's not a main event, this one. I mean, you got pretty
So,
good.
if there's only one less match on the entire card, half of the card is the main event.
I know. It doesn't make sense. So we've got Gunther versus Mustafa Ali for the Intercontinental Championship. Not a bad match. I think it was better than I expected it to be. Yes, Ali had lots of O's on his legs. It's just like circles.
You got so confused when I started doing that.
It's just ooh in it. I thought you'd noticed something or thought of something that could like be detrimental or something. Someone had hurt themselves.
No, just reading Mustafa Ali's tights. Thing is, you didn't get a good shot of his frontal area because it said M.A. for Mustafa Ali. Ooh, ma. And that's who he's going to be calling after he gets one of those chops from Gunther.
Yeah, definitely.
Or Gunther.
Ali got some real good offense.
He did. Yeah, he did. I'll give him credit. He's not a bad star. He's
not.
Just don't know why he doesn't get over. It's his gimmicks.
Yeah,
They're gimmicks. Just crap.
They are a bit grating. Oh, positive Ali. Oh no.
Like I said I think it was on the predictions video. The best thing he did was Retribution, and they canned that so quick.
I think he works better. He's just he can do heel well. I think you can do face well, but he needs to find where he fits.
Do you think the reason, and thinking about the way the timelines work actually, do you think the reason they scrapped Retribution was because of the bloodline?
Maybe. That
would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they wouldn't have fit. They wouldn't have worked alongside each other very well. Good thinking. Yeah, so Ali got good hits in, but in the end, you need more than a positive attitude to beat Gunther.
Yeah, you need a forklift truck or a tank.
Yeah.
Or something.
Gunther hit is a drop kick.
Shotgun drop kick.
Shotgun drop kick. That's when it's both legs, I guess. I don't know. Followed by a power bomb.
It's more that it's a short range drop kick as opposed to you jumping and then bouncing off. He kind of jumps with his knees up and then kind of I'm doing my legs and nobody can see my legs. So you jump up, you bend your legs and you kind of shove.
Yeah.
It's like a shotgun drop kick. Because you think about a shotgun, that's kind of what it does when it's up close because of the buckshot is just going to send you flying. I'm
learning things.
Yeah, I'm surprised you hit with a power bomb and pinned him. That was weird. I thought we would have taken a bit more impactful. I don't know.
Maybe. But Ali's not the biggest guy. And he had taken a lot of chops and things along the way. So he was worn down.
Yeah. So Ali,
bye, I guess.
Ya.
Good luck in your future endeavours or something.
You always join Naomi or Trinity in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. You might do well in Impact.
I reckon you would. Or Ring of Honor. I'd be up to see him Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Explore the world. Like we've been saying before, experiencing different companies is always a good thing. Mm-hmm. Bro, okay. We predicted.
Sorry,
Gunther
did you just say Brill?
I know. Don't ask me where I got that from.
We predicted Gunther to win. Yeah, we got that right.
Of course we did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we go to the back where Sami and KO are having a chat, just sort of gearing themselves up, ready for the match. And basically Kevin Owens is sick of hearing about Roman's 1,000-day reign, because that's today. And then the other soundbite I got was, today Roman Reigns loses. Is that a spoiler or a prediction?
I know Paul Heyman would say it. Fabrication of the facts.
Yes, maybe.
Because he would believe that Roman Reigns is winning.
Mm.
And walking out with 6 belts. 6 belt reigns.
Is it really 6 belts?
Yeah, because you've got the 2 undisputed tag team titles, one for each
Yeah,
show. So that's 4
but-
belts. And then his Universal title, and then his WWE title.
I feel like the more times you defend them together, the less they are 2 belts. You know?
Set to the Usos.
Just unite them already. Or separate them. Choose one.
They need to separate, ideally.
Just do something.
But then you risk over flooding both shows with belts.
Yeah. So that maybe like unite one, like the all heavyweight and the other one. The ones
The WWE
Roman
title
got.
and Universal.
Yeah, those ones.
You
Unite
said,
those.
should be the WWE
'cause
Universal
then
Champion.
You've got that, and then you've got the new heavyweight. Separate the tags. Put one on each show again. Like the old days.
Maybe get rid of the women's tags because they just aren't doing
They're not-
anything much of
yeah.
those. Let's be honest.
Just
That's
put them on hold until you've built your women's division a bit more healthy.
We'll probably when Ragnarok hits.
Like they're talking about, they've got the match to gain the belts,
The vacant titles. Yeah.
the vacant titles, and they're saying this is a cross section of how amazing the women's tag division is, and there's me thinking, isn't this the entire women's tag division?
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
Anyways, talking of the women's division,
we
move
segue.
on to our next match. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, which belongs on SmackDown.
Uh-huh. How long until they do what AEW does? So you got the TNT title, is because of the TNT network, and the TBS title.
They could
right?
do.
So you could have the Women's USA title and the Women's Fox title.
Well, the network's getting wind that the AEW titles are like branded as the networks. It could very well be part
There
of the
is
next contract.
rumour that Fox might not be renewing the WWE SmackDown contract when that comes up. That's been making the rounds the last couple of maybe 2 months or so.
Interesting. All right. It was an okay match.
Yeah,
Wasn't too bad.
I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit.
Yeah. I struggled a bit personally, I think, because the atmosphere,
Yeah.
just crowd-wise, was pretty... I get the impression, because of the size of the arena, it just doesn't come across through the TV, because everything's so spread out. Usually on a pay-per-view, you've got crowd that you can see really clearly, but here you've got the first couple of rows, and then it's just tiny people in the distance.
And then a screen.
And the cheers and chants just don't seem as loud as they normally would be, but it's probably getting lost in the massive dome of this arena. And part of it is the atmosphere is what hypes me up, because I feed on other people's energy a lot of the time. So that's probably why I felt a bit meh,
Yeah.
but there were some really good moments.
I hated that the ref was afraid to count anything. Like, they're both brawling outside the ring, and she's like, get it back in the ring! Get it back in the ring! You need to get it back in the ring! No, it's 1, 2. That's how you get them back in the ring.
You maybe say it once or twice first.
You
and then
generally,
start
most refs, you
counting.
go 1, back in the ring. 2, come on, we need to get back in the ring. 3.
And then one point where they're fighting in the corner against the ropes, rather than start counting, she just puts herself in between them and pushes them apart, which sounds like a very dangerous
Come on,
move.
Jessica Carr, you can do better.
So yeah, a bit meh. The crowd definitely, from what I could hear, wanted Asuka to win this.
They were booing Bianca, yeah.
They booed Bianca. There was Asuka's gonna kill you chants are back. Love it. A lot of Asuka chants. I don't know, it was just the Bianca hype is not alive in Saudi Arabia.
It's not alive on Leanne Presents either.
It's not, but there we go. Asuka does try and get Bianca with the mist, but missed. I couldn't not.
God's sake.
Missed. So instead, after a little bit more back and forth, the refs, distracted, I suppose, Asuka's sort of leaning out of the ring out the way, and she sprays mist on her hand. And we're like, Interesting. I wasn't sure what she was doing at first. I thought she was like testing it to see if it still worked.
So I did notice earlier that she'd taped her hand up, and she doesn't usually tape her hand up. And I thought she injured her hand. But this, I think, was to more kind of give the portrayal that the mist would stay on this material and not soak into the skin.
Yeah, because it's meant to absorb, isn't it? So then Bianca gets Asuka up for the KOD, but Asuka rubbed her misty fingers in Bianca's eyes. I don't know what to say. Causing Bianca to overreact as expected.
Experimental mist, you know.
It's experimental. Apparently it burns.
I guess Bianca isn't the Terminator after all.
No, because we really thought that because she didn't react as much the last time she had it, that it was part of the storyline, but apparently it's just more bad acting. I don't know. So while Bianca is blinded, Asuka kicks her in the face and then pins her to win, and she's a new champion!
About frickin' time!
Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown. It's good. Not a bad match.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed this.
Unexpected outcome really hypes it up because it wasn't the outcome we predicted.
No, not by
but it's the outcome we wanted. So again, it's made me smile because Asuka as champion is like everything. I think she's gonna do a great job again.
Yeah.
Yay! It's gonna be great. All right, on to the next one. Next up, we have Natalya versus Rhea Ripley, who is accompanied by Dominic, for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sorry, Dom and Mammy.
I regret my choice.
So, the commentators make a big deal that it is Natalya's birthday today. Happy birthday, Natalya. And that, like, we were sort of surmising that explains maybe why she got this match on the Premium Live event without a build-up. Nearly did it, but I didn't, because it's a birthday and she wants everything. So there you go. What can we say about this match?
Rhea gave her a damn good birthday present.
Oh yes.
A hell of a bashing.
So Dominic distracts Natty before the bell rings. So Natalya goes over to Dominic and yells at him. Bell rings. And then...
Here comes the bulldozer. His name is Rhea.
Rhea hits her a few times. Gets the riptide.
Oh no, she pushes her outside. She hits her on the steel steps a couple of times.
Yeah.
Throws her back in the ring. Hits her riptide. And pins her. It's like literally like maybe 4 minutes long.
And so short. Natalya didn't get anything.
No offensive movement from Natalya at all. Happy
birthday. Balloons. I mean, it's Rhea Ripley and Dom. What do you expect? But almost would
I think the celebration went longer than the match.
I think it did. They were very happy.
Yeah.
I guess we predicted that one, right?
I thought it was quite funny.
It was funny. Was it a match?
There was bells, yeah.
There were bells.
Cameron Grimes beat Baron Corbin in 5 seconds.
Very
was that
true.
still a match?
It's still a match.
There we go. Yeah, we got that right.
Okay.
I'm glad we don't try and predict time limits on these things, because we would have been way out.
Yeah, no, I don't think we should start doing that either. It would be too difficult. I would never ever win. Guess what?
It's time for
the second main event out of 3. The middle main event?
Rumour has it that this was supposed to be the first match on the card, but they had to switch it obviously with Seth and AJ.
I think this would have been a bad first one as well. We have Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
In a knot fight.
It's,
As in not a knot, like you tie a knot, but as in not a fight, which is what Brock wanted and didn't get. And Cody wanted and didn't get. So...
It was unrealistic.
Oh, it was awful.
So, as Cody's coming out, we are told in no uncertain terms that his arm is broken. It's the left arm.
They actually said a proper medical term for it. I can't remember what it was now. Something about a fracture.
Fracture.
Compound something fracture.
And he has, so that he can perform in this match, he has a titanium cast.
So, let's rewind. Let's go back in the Wayback Machine for a little bit, okay?
Okay, take me on a journey.
1993.
Uh-huh.
Yokozuna is WWF champion. Lex Luger is challenging.
Okay.
Lex Luger, I believe it was a car crash, and had to have, like going back many years before this, had to have steel rods put in his arm.
Mm.
That was deemed an illegal weapon.
Yeah.
They forced him to wear a padded arm sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got Cody wearing a titanium brace, bashing someone's head in with it.
Yeah, using it as a weapon. Very obviously, like deliberately. Not like, oh, it's the move that it's doing and incidentally uses the cast.
I'm pretty sure I saw a match with Lex Luger during that period where he hit someone with the forearm, which is the rods are, and he got disqualified for it.
Times have changed.
What the hell?
This is the era where Bianca Belair can whip someone with her hair and it not be an illegal weapon. So, not that she does that much. So yeah, I mean, the thing that got me was he was hitting Brock, you know, in WWE terms, full force with titanium cast, and seemingly feeling nothing. But then when Brock would do anything that would slightly impact that arm, like he would take an F5.
Like don't even F5. It was I think it was a side suplex where he sort of grabbed him and threw him over.
Yeah, and he sort of rolls on the arm.
And he's like, ah.
Worst thing ever. So
but yeah, he's literally going like this constantly, and it's like, nah.
So unrealistic.
No.
Also, okay, Brock Lesnar's a beast.
Yeah.
But if you get hit in the head multiple times with titanium,
I estimate about a dozen shots from that forearm.
Surely you'd be in a worse state than he was. There's no blood. I know it's probably got like a fabric cover on it or bandage or something.
Okay, should we film an experiment for our fans?
We're not gonna hit me in the head with titanium.
I'll get a metal pipe, I'll get a cushion, and I'll hit you and see if it still hurts.
I don't think I will.
At least the cushion has more padding than what that thing did.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty...
No, it's there's suspension of disbelief, there's suspension of disbelief, and there's what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's...
And that's where Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar went to. What the hell is this?
What was even the
legit
point?
Right? If someone has a broken or fractured arm, they are not going to be medically cleared in any sport or sports entertainment.
No.
They will be pulled from that card quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah.
So why do the storyline?
Regardless
it makes no sense.
of storyline, real life, sports entertainment, anything like that, there's no scenario where it would be allowed unless unsanctioned match.
Yeah. But even then, they'd be like...
Yeah, it would be more of it rather than just Triple H patting him on the back and saying, okay.
I don't even think that. Like, even an unsanctioned match, like, it's still the well-being of the competitors, regardless whether it's unsanctioned or not.
They'd have had to sign a waiver.
So, let's say, slight tangent again, Adam Cole. Let's take the Adam Cole situation, right? 2 concussions, almost back-to-back.
Yeah.
He was out for 9 months. If he had come to Tony Khan and said, I want an unsanctioned match, they would have said, jog on, pal.
Yeah.
Because it's a liability. Doesn't matter how many waivers you sign, that makes you look bad.
Yeah.
So WWE going, got a broken arm, sign this waiver, you can fight. That makes them look really bad.
That's true. And that's the last thing WWE want. They need all the good publicity they can get.
Yeah, especially because there's more lawsuits going in against Vince McMahon.
Are there?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, drama.
More sexual assault suits.
Anyway, so the finish.
With that stash, I'm not surprised.
Brock Lesnar gets Cody in a Kimura lock. Cody does not tap. He passes out.
This is like the second time he's got in the corner. The first time he's in there for like 3 or 4 minutes.
First time he did the cheesy thing where the ref like thinks, oh, he's out, picks the arm up, and he's like, somehow, it's like nearly passed out to fully awake in a second. But you know, it's a soap opera. It's a pantomime.
Ref's behind you. Ref, his shoulders down. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is.
Well, there we go. That was that match. Anything else you got to say about that one?
You haven't even gone to the finish. Oh, no,
I did. Yeah,
So Brock,
passes out. Brock wins. As we predicted.
The other thing I've got is yawn. Cody is not invincible FFS. And neither is Brock.
And they need to stop doing matches where he's injured. Just stop. No more. Are you ready? It's time for
Yeah, okay.
Leanne signs of the PLE. Leanne signs of the PLE. Play. Thank you. Thank you. The sign is more damaged than ever.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have to put another plaster on it. Saudi Arabia, get your sign game better. Come on, guys.
Get your sign
Get your
game.
sign game on point.
That's
or
great.
Something.
That's great, England.
I don't know. I'm trying to say things. There were some signs, but it was difficult to find any that would make a list. So I'm sorry that some of these are not going to be quite list worthy, but I wanted to get a top 3 anyway. Weren't many signs at all in general. Some of the signs that I did see could not read because it was like pencil, probably. I don't know.
I think they wrote them in Tipex.
Maybe couldn't read them. And there were also some points where it was like the camera was just not on them long enough to be able to see. So that's not sign writers' faults, I suppose. So in third place, Dusty is proud. It's okay. It's sentimental. He's probably less proud after seeing Cody lose. And also wrestle with a broken arm. He'd have probably just been like,
I don't think
what are you doing?
I believe that Dusty would not have liked the storyline of him wrestling with a broken arm. And I also believe that he wouldn't have let him fight in a Hell in a Cell match with a torn quad.
Oh, I don't
or
think
a
he would.
crowd on
No.
a quad.
He'd have called him an idiot, probably.
Yeah.
But there we go. I'm sure Dusty is proud of how far he's come anyway, in general.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Second sign, which is why I've put it at this point, because it's related to Sami Zayn. There's a welcome home Sami sign in the crowd. We'll get on to his entrance in a second, but it was quite sentimental and emotional. It's a big thing, him being able to go to Saudi Arabia, and to see him welcomed by the fans was a nice touch. I'm looking at you, but they can't see you because you're behind the sign. And first place, which I only put because it was ever so slightly creative, a little bit. The Nightmare Has Dawned on KSA, which in my ignorance I did have to look up, is Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, or I got Alan to look it up.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a nice sort of way of phrasing the fact of like Cody has come to Saudi Arabia. The Nightmare Has Dawned. It's kind of literary kind of stuff. Slim pickings. But we got at least 3 signs. Thank you for watching. Leanne signs of the PLE. Leanne signs of the P. Oh no! Oh no! It's not. There is no V.
PLE.
PLE. Play. And that brings us to the main event again. It's time.
For the final main event?
Final main event.
Oh, thank God for that.
So we've got, this is for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. We have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defending against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. So yeah, like we were saying in the science segment, as Sami came out to the biggest pop of the night, I'd say, from the crowd.
Yeah, I give that.
Which was really nice. He had traditional kind of clothing on.
Robe?
Sort of
we don't know what it's called.
I don't want to say the wrong thing and offend anyone.
That's why you say I don't know what it's called, so therefore people
don't know
can't be
what
like,
it's
you did it
called."
wrong! Well, I don't know what it's called, so we're gonna
Yes.
assume it's some sort of robe.
Yeah. So he looked quite emotional, just like in a proud way. So he wasn't like crying. He was like, yeah,
I think he was stunned.
Probably. I don't know. He must have been just anticipating what the reaction was going to be like. But it was good. And he definitely saw that Sami, welcome home Sami sign, because it was right on the aisle. So it was a nice moment. So they're all in the ring. We get have the ring announcer announcing everyone, but obviously Paul Heyman takes the mic to introduce Roman and Solo, and then ring announcer goes to announce the others, and Sami takes the mic and announces himself and Kevin Owens in Arabic.
I'm assuming it's Arabic.
I think. Which is cool. Didn't know what he was saying, but you get the gist.
What I got was WWE, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
That's all you need to know. But the crowd loved it, so we good.
I'll probably be able to find a translation at some point on one of the sites I visit. They'll probably put it up. I think they did that before when Io Sky was giving a thing in Japanese.
Yeah.
And it was like what Io Sky said on Raw last night. It's like, nice. Okay, cool.
It's handy. I love that you can quite often, you know pretty much what they're saying, even if you don't understand the words. It's the right time to use other languages is when you can get that reaction still.
And like Backlash, where they did a lot of Mexican or Spanish or whatever it was.
Did.
And it was like...
There was a lot of Spanish without the context, other than they were in Mexico.
Yeah.
No, they were in Puerto Rico. My apologies.
I think they have got a show in... Yeah, I think... Did they speak Mexican or just Spanish? I don't know.
They speak a dialect of Spanish or Portuguese, I think. We don't know.
I think they have got a Mexican show coming up, so...
I think so.
They will be going to Mexico soon.
Yeah. I did enjoy this match.
Yes. Well, I didn't enjoy the start.
It took its time, didn't it?
I'm not a fan of that. Let's just stand in the ring and be like...
You were getting mad. There was a lot of... Because the crowd were doing so much... Like, they were doing the song for Sami and just Sami Zayn chants and Roman Sucks chants. And they were just milking it in the ring.
Just get into the damn thing. I've come to see a wrestling match, not a staring contest.
I get it to a point. But then...
But when it's encroaching on 5 minutes, Leanne...
Like when they sang Seth Rollins' song for, what was it, like 20 minutes or something, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
No, thank you, that is too long.
It's like, slight rewind back to, I think it was 18, WrestleMania 18, I want to say, where Hulk Hogan was facing The Rock. And they faced off, and they're in the ring and they're staring at each other, and the crowd's going nuts, and they do the whole thing of walking one way, going to the other, they do the back and forth, they look at each other, and they start smacking each other. This is just like... Oh, let's do a little merry jig around the ring and stare at each other. Then the crowd. Then at each other. Then back at the crowd. Then at each other.
And then Roman tags Solo in.
And then stare at the crowd some more.
And they do it again.
And it's like...
Come on, guys.
You could shave 20 minutes of a damn pay-per-view with this.
You could make some of the women's matches longer.
Natalya's like, I got cut for that.
Yeah, pretty much. My feeling is that this should have been... the main event.
I feel that Seth Rollins and AJ Styles should have been the main event because you're crowning a new champion.
Yeah. They'd have had to do the match differently a bit, but it could have definitely been.
I think this as the sub-main event before AJ Styles and Seth would have had that crowd on fire.
Yeah.
For Seth Rollins and AJ Styles.
So come on, Seth, stop doing acting. Just be a wrestler.
Forget about the Marvel movies, mate. Just do what you're meant to do, right?
Yeah.
Forget about filming Captain America.
So this match, it started off like quite normal, and then it went a bit nuts. But starting with Roman accidentally spearing the ref, and he was out.
Oh yeah, he took it hard. He ate that.
And he was gone for a long time.
And he had second helpings when he hit the mat.
Yes. So ouch.
Well, he didn't come back. He sort of just rolling out. And
he was just gone. So
Roman Reigns speared him into the ether.
It's in the sub-ocean now.
He clipped through the ring.
He's in the upside down. Anyway, so while the ref is down, Sami and Kevin Owens manage to get the upper hand, and they're like really giving it to Roman and Solo. And then the Usos show up. The Usos, who were told to stay home, are there.
Yeah.
They cause some chaos. They start super kicking Sami and KO in the ring.
Yeah, Karina, second.
It's alright if you want to put something
No,
in.
I was just trying to remember.
It's like the order of things, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think they put down Sami first, and then they each super kick Kevin, and And that's where Solo was getting up?
Yeah, Solo's getting up behind Kevin. And they go for a double super kick. And Kevin moves out the way.
Solo eats it
whole. Ouch.
And then you just sort of cut to Roman and he's just sort of come round and he's like...
So all he saw was the Usos super kicking Solo Sikoa. So he gets in the ring. He's real mad, as you could expect. Yeah. He's pushing the Usos, telling them they shouldn't be here, they shouldn't be interfering. What are they doing? Get out of my ring.
Like not even pushing, he face palms Jimmy and shoves it.
So Jimmy Uso
correct
super kicks Roman. It's great. And then Jay is sort of saying, "What you doing?"
Jay looks like he's about to throw up. He's like
yeah, he's panicking. What are you doing? Sort of trying to go and help Roman up, but Jimmy is stopping him. He's like, "I got you.
I'm your brother, not him."
Yeah. This is what we do. I got you. Pushes him out of the way and super kicks Roman again.
He's on his knees at that point. He's trying to get back up, and he just hits him again.
Yeah, and they then sort of ushers Jay out, and they head up the ramp.
Jay looks like he's about to cry at this point. He's like, "Oh my god!"
The crowd cheer. Ooh, and then after a little bit of stunned silence from most of the competitors, where you've got Jay like hands over his face.
It's
like,
just silence for Roman because he's eating floor at that point.
Kevin Owens hits Solo Sikoa with a stunner. Sami hits him with a haluva kick and pins him for a 6 count.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then this ref just like whee into the ring. It's like, where the hell did he come from? And who the hell greased him up?
Slides in. They hit the spawn timer on referee.
The ref's like, give me some baby oil before I run out. Let's go.
So I mean, if you pin Solo Sikoa for 6, that's definitive win for sure.
Might as well just go for a 10 count at that point.
Yep, might as well. So Sami and Kevin Owens retain.
That's right, ref. Just take the stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Into the ring slowly. On your knees, down for 1. 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I know. It was a great moment, a great ending.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you did have Sami Zayn very pointedly raising his titles directly at Roman Reigns, who was on the outside at this point.
Yeah, Roman's trying to compute what the hell's just happened, and Sami's just like...
The bloodline has fallen.
It's getting there.
There's no going back.
It's getting there.
There's no going back.
Money in the bank, rather. We're going to get, I reckon, Solo and Roman versus the Usos.
Yeah, I think so. And then what? Ooh.
Solo will split from Roman.
Another point, Paul Heyman, amazing. Just he didn't have to say anything.
Just to look at his face.
Just his facial expressions will always delight me. He's brilliant. I love him. That's that. I really enjoyed it. I kind of feel that this was the only match that contained real storytelling.
Yeah. No, I disagree with that.
Okay.
Asuka and Bianca.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, you're right.
With the mist.
Missed the mist.
There was definitely progression on that because Asuka had to think outside the box.
You're right, my bad. This one got me hyped a bit more, I think.
But in terms of the others, yeah, you're right. Like the only other storytelling would be Cody and Brock, and it's like, oh, he's got a broken arm. Oh, let's Kimura lock in for like 20 minutes. Great, awesome.
But ended the night on a high note, sent the crowd home happy. Good stuff.
What was your favourite match?
I think that one. I think the tag team championships.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really wanted it to be Seth and AJ.
Yeah.
As we covered in the predictions, but it just fell flat.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, least favourite match.
Right, I thought I had it, and then I changed my mind. Now I can't remember. I think it was Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rhea and Natalya because it was too short to be a real match, but I actually kind of enjoyed how short and definitive it was. So I'll go for Becky and Trish.
For me, it's Brock and Cody.
Yeah.
Neither of them are invincible.
No.
Don't do injury gimmicks in a match because that's ridiculous. Like, tweak your knee, fine. Tweak your elbow, fine. Broken your arm, get out.
No. If
like
it's something
they did,
that wouldn't have you medically cleared.
like they did like 21 years ago. Get the F out.
Yeah.
Overall,
I think this as a premium live event was a little bit flat for me.
Yeah, I agree.
It had some good moments, but
I had a tough time getting into this one.
Like we said, it could be to do with the size of the arena and the crowd atmosphere not coming through. Some of the matches were a bit disappointing, but it did have some moments, had some surprises.
But also a lot lackluster as well.
Yeah, it could do better. B plus.
Mid.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
No. Okay.
What's next?
Next is Double or Nothing AEW, which is airing on Sunday night.
Yep.
So we will be watching it on Bank Holiday Monday and hopefully get our reactions
Hopefully, Leanne.
We will get our reactions up
me, yeah?
that day on Monday.
Depends on what time Leanne grows out of bed. The earlier we get up, the earlier we can start watching.
Yeah, but it's a day off.
I'm not talking like 6 a.m. Leanne. Jeez.
He might be.
No. Not that insane.
But yeah, we'll be back with
Maybe
our
half
reactions. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the bell to find out when we drop new videos, to be notified. Let us know in the comments what your favourite match of this night was. And where you think the Bloodline storyline is going next.
What was your favourite match on Dusk of Champions?
Dusk of Champions. Follow us on socials. Our link tree's in the description below. It'll take you to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you'll also see there are links to our most recent videos in various categories. So it's nice and easy to see what we got going on. Is that everything? Did it all? Awesome.
I think so.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you at Double or Nothing.